So we are done in Cardiff, and Super Tomato was absolutely amazing, but it's time to move on and go and check out the retro stash in Port Talbot. I'd really like to take a console away with me, but you'll have to stick around to the end of the video to see if I manage that. So come on mate, get the map back out, let's head on over to Port Talbot. So Port Talbot's a really nice little place, and amongst it is the retro stash, which, to be quite honest with you, just has this amazing Aladdin's cave feel about it the minute you walk in. So the first thing you see is just games stacked all the way up, and then round the corner here is kind of his non-gaming bits, Pokemon cards, little Lego figurines and whatnot, but loads of really cool, like old Star Wars collectibles, PlayStation 1 games stacked to the ceiling, which is what we want to see. And then basically this is one of them places where you can have a really good rummage about. So obviously these are some of the not so rare Sega Mega Drive games, but then behind this are some of his more rare stuff. There's Taz, and then Ex-Mutants. I believe loose, he wanted £12 for this. Yep, there you go, 12 quid. But yeah, there's some decent bits to go through here, and then more behind this. Honestly, there's loads and loads of rummaging you could do in here, and I love little shops like this. But these are the glass cabinets with some of the bits sort of displayed a little bit better. Some Mega Drive 32X bits there, look, really cool. And there's a Sega Saturn there, which is one of the consoles I'm looking for. There's the Game Boy camera and printer. I really would like both of those in my collection, but I did want to take a console away. There was a Dreamcast there as well, which was another option of mine. Oh, to be honest with you, the other two options was either an Atari Lynx or a Game Gear. House of the Dead 2 and 3 for the Wii. I have spent so many hours on that. Along with House of the Dead Overkill, that was also another fantastic shooter for the Wii. The Wii was really good for games like that. You got a couple of Super Nintendo boxed sports games here, World Class Rugby and Super Tennis. There was some Grand Prix game there, World Grand Prix for the N64. And then, yeah, we've got some nice Sega Saturn games there. Wipeout, one absolute classic. I just love the fact that they used to have them dotted around nightclubs back in the day, and people would actually play those games while they were clubbing. Awesome soundtracks for a start. That was the Final Fantasy VII piano collection there, which was an official Square Enix soundtrack, or I'm pretty sure it was official anyway. And then, oh look, there's Destruction Derby for the PlayStation. How cool is that? Yeah, there was Earthworm Jim 2, and then the Sega Arcade Power Stick 2, which, to be honest with you, that would look really cool in anyone's collection. But as you can see, it's just stacked up. Quite a lot of pop vinyls in that shop. Now, that was a Master System 2. He wanted £150. It comes with 16 games, some nice glass cabinets full there, and a load of Mario bits and bobs. There's a Commodore 64. I believe that's one of the mini ones that you can plug into your standard HD TV. So yeah, and then there was this ZX Spectrum here for £70. Now, I was really interested in this. That's something I want in my collection quite badly. But is that what I bought? Right, let's head back to the games room and you can find out. So the retro stash nicely concludes Derek the dog and mine's little road trip to South Wales. I started off in Cardiff looking around the absolutely awesome Super Tomato, and as you've just seen, ended up going around the retro stash, which was just an amazing Aladdin's cave style experience where you could be rummaging around the place for hours on end. You really could. Every time you took some games off the shelf, there's more behind it, and there's some fantastic hidden gems there. Now, I did say that I wanted to take a console away, and my big four was an Atari Lynx, a Sega Game Gear, a Sega Saturn, or a Sega Dreamcast. They're my big ones at the moment. There are some others. The ZX Spectrum at the end of the video, I was so tempted by, but I kind of want to get them four off my list before I start going what I consider to be vintage, for example. So anyway, let me show you what I got. And the guy, I can confirm, is more than happy to do a little bit of a deal with you. So originally, for £85, he was selling this absolutely gorgeous Sega Saturn. Finally got a Sega Saturn ticked off my list, and it really is a fine example. It's absolutely stunning, and he did chuck a game in as well, which should have been, I believe, 15 quid, and he let me have the 2 for 90. So that's pretty cool. Now, it did come with a controller, so bang on, I shan't bother showing you that. You all know what a Sega Saturn controller looks like. However, Destruction Derby, that's what he let me take away. What a fantastic game. I've only got Destruction Derby 2 for the PS1. So I'm over the moon to have the original Destruction Derby, and I think it's a pretty cool place to start with my Sega Saturn collection. I have since picked up 2 other games, which I'll show you in a moment. But yeah, Destruction Derby for the Saturn. Really nice condition. So to take both of them away for 19 quid, I'm absolutely over the moon. And I can't emphasise quite how good the condition is. I remember playing Destruction Derby 2 especially quite a lot growing up, and for the same reasons as I enjoyed Carmageddon, I appreciate they're very different games, but for the same reason as I enjoyed Carmageddon, it's just absolute carnage and I love it. I remember that first level in the second game, which is just basically a big bowl and all the cars just meet in the middle and it just absolutely smashes up. It's just great. I never did very well on it though, to be quite honest with you. I think I just spent so much time just trying to smash other cars up just mindlessly that I kind of never really got the whole premise of the game. But anyway, I have since picked up Tomb Raider. That come from CEX for £15. Absolutely iconic. I don't really need to say much about it. It's in gorgeous condition. 15 quid for Tomb Raider. And for £3.99, you may have seen me do a little bit of a silly YouTube short a few weeks ago where I put a football shirt on and I was dancing around. And that was to Sega Worldwide Soccer 97. Now, a friend of mine, Big Neil, he's dead into his football games, and he has told me as far as football games go, this one really is a good one. So yeah, he spent a lot of hours playing this, and you know, from what I can see, I had a little go at it, this, that and the other, it really does hold up quite well. So yeah, Sega Worldwide Soccer 97, 4 quid, bargain. Guys, check this video out here to go and have a look around Super Tomato, which was the first shop I went around in South Wales. It is one of the finest shops I've ever been around in my life, and he has some incredibly rare bits in there, including the world's rarest Nintendo GameCube. So smash this button here now to go and check that video out, because it's an absolute banger. I had a great time in there, as I did the retro stash. Until next time, from Derek the dog and me, take care of yourselves. Peace out, guys.